Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for College Playground. I'm your host, Simone, and today I have a guest, Stewart, basketball player from Presbyterian College. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. So I see you're from Augusta, Georgia.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it hot out there? It's hot out here.
I ain't in Augusta right now. I'm currently at school though, but I heard it's pretty bad down there.
Senior basketball player. Tell me how you got started in basketball. Where did the interest come from? Have you always been playing basketball, or is this something you kind of picked up late in the game?
Ever since I came out of the womb, I started walking. I started playing basketball as I can remember. My pops and my mom kind of like instilled it in me because we kind of like a basketball family. So ever since I started walking, I've been hooping.
Now, when did you know that basketball is something that you could pursue long term, going to school for? I know you've always played it, but when did you have that moment to where you're like, okay, I'm really good, I'm really talented, I can go to the next level?
I'll probably say going into my junior year when I had hit like a growth spurt, and after that happened, I kind of got like a boost of confidence knowing like I can probably do something with this basketball thing.
So how short were you before? Because I know you're what, 6'6", about 6'6" now?
Yes, ma'am. So at the end of my sophomore year, I was probably around like I want to say 6'1", 6'2", maybe, and I hit a growth spurt probably like 6'5", and everything just started going uphill from there.
So so you said like 6'1" is still, it's pretty average, pretty tall though. So you said you didn't really have that confidence like you did when you grew, is what you're saying?
I might have gave me a few inches. I probably like 5'11", 5'10", maybe. I probably gave myself a few inches though.
Okay.
But I always had that confidence. But once I grew a little bit, I got a little bit more athletic, and my game is expanded. I started having more confidence in myself in the next level.
So did you switch positions when you grew, or did you always kind of play?
Pretty much in high school, I played like for my sophomore and junior year, I was kind of like a wing, but my senior year, I kind of like grew into like a point guard. So I mean, I guess I was kind of like versatile. I played most positions in my high school career.
So are you sticking with the same position now throughout college and hopefully into like a professional career?
Most definitely, like my small forward, power forward spot. I'm probably going to stay there for the rest of my career.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying. Most people, once they do get to that level, they tend to like stick with one position, and you don't really switch as much, I would say, as other sports, maybe like football or something. They might have you switch a couple times, but typically once you get to the higher levels, they normally, try to play you in the same position. So let's talk about this year, just getting started, like heading into the new season. What are you looking forward to the most about your senior year?
I guess the biggest thing with me and my team is we got a whole new team coming in. We got a bunch of new transfers, 2 good freshmen coming in. So I guess it's exciting to me for to play with the new guys and getting to learn the new guys and hopefully get some wins around here.
Now, college coming in from high school, typically you're the top dog, meaning you're senior, you're on top, you're respected, but then you come in your freshman year and it's like you have to start from scratch. You're starting from day one. You're starting from, you're the baby or the guy that has to prove himself. Did you ever have that type of experience from comparing your freshman year to now to where you might be back in that, leadership type of role versus coming in freshman year and feeling like you had to like prove yourself? Or did you, did that translate over from high school and you just kind of like fit in?
It was definitely like a big of a change in me from going from being like top dog at my high school to like coming in my freshman year and having to like earn my spot. Because going into my freshman year, it was like our COVID year, so everything was much differently than like a regular season. So I had to like, it was kind of hard with it being COVID. So like we didn't really have a season going in, and then we had a season and everything was like mission true because we had like an older team and I was like a young guy coming in. I had to like earn myself, earn my reps. So it was definitely rough for me. I had a big humbling experience, like coming into college from going from being a guy to basically have to work from the ground up.
So like, did you have any, I guess, mental struggles or maybe like um challenges mentally in terms of like, dang, I'm coming in during a time with COVID. I'm not really getting the same experience per se as maybe everyone else. We're not playing the same way. Maybe we're not practicing the same way in terms of like facility and standards and things like that. So did it take a toll on you, or did you ever think like, man, this might be it completely, or did you always have like some hope?
I always had hope, just knowing like the love I have for the game. Like I always was gonna find a way to push through it and work through it. I mean, it was definitely rough on me because I mean, being where I'm from, like I always been like a starter, always been playing. So coming in my freshman year, dealing with that COVID experience, like everything was so much differently for me. Like I had to adapt to it and I had to figure out a way to push through it and find my way around here.
So what's next in terms of going into coming out going in senior year? Um, do you have any inspirations to hit the league? Are you looking to go that route? Looking to go overseas? Like, what's your next stop once you finish senior year?
Um, Wherever God take me, I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna put in all the work I gotta put in to put myself in a position to be where I want to be at. Hopefully, play pro in the league or overseas. So wherever it just takes me.
Now, what would you say in terms of your journey? Just you got a lot, like you say, you're the leader, your senior year, got a lot of people coming behind, a lot of players, and also kids that may look up to you or kids that inspire to be where you are. So, as you've gone through your journey, what's something that you've learned that maybe you would have done a little bit differently, or if you don't feel like you would have done anything different on your journey, what's some advice that maybe you can share with younger kids coming up?
A few things I tell like to the young group coming up that want to play college basketball is one thing, being consistent with your work. Just finding a good plan with yourself every day, day in, day out, that you know yourself is gonna get better with every single day. Um, Being coachable. I always wanted to learn more and more and more every single day. Like always been open ear, not think you know everything. Like just want to listen to the people above you, because the people above you they know more than you know. So they're gonna definitely help you want to get where you want to get to. And I think that's just the main two things for me: just consistency with your work. Make sure you're doing what you got to do to better yourself every day, on and off the court, and just being able to listen and grow.
Now we're talking about standing out, consistency, and things like that. So when it comes to, we know that's what you need on the court, but what's something maybe you can do to, or what do you do to distinguish yourself, not only as a player, but as a student, or merging the two to make yourself stand out? Because, just as much as athletics is great, you can be successful in it, but you also need that education portion as well, and to be successful in that aspect. So what do you do to make yourself unique and stand out from the rest?
Me personally, I ain't gonna say I'm unique in the school part of things, but I'm getting better this year, being in my senior year, going into my major. So I'm majoring in business management, and I'm trying my best to like study a little bit more, take a little more notes from time to time, like just apply more, especially with me being so busy in season. Cause we have a fall, we spend the fall and in the spring, so
Right.
it's key to stay on your books, man. It's always key because you're gonna be on the road a lot. You're gonna have a lot of practices, long days. So like it's definitely key to make sure you lock in on your books, and I'm making sure myself I'm doing that personally for me going to my senior year.
I know, because a lot of kids nowadays, you hear them, they see the glamorous side of it, and it could be a portion of it like being social media, maybe like they just see that you're playing in college, you're playing sports and playing basketball with the platform, but they don't maybe understand that, like you just said, you're traveling, but on top of traveling, you're doing schoolwork, and like to be an athlete on the college level, it's like having a job. So just understanding that balance, and what's something that helps keep you balanced and sane throughout the year. Like you said, you guys pretty much, even though in the off season you guys practice pretty much almost all year, even when you aren't playing games pretty much. So what keeps you well-rounded and balanced out to where, you still feel like you could focus on sports, but focus on school and then take time for yourself and your family as well?
Just making sure I stay on top of everything I got going on in my life. Just not getting behind on anything, on any schoolwork, basketball, family. Like just making sure I stay on top of everything. Like having a plan every day, knowing what I have to take care of, what schoolwork I got to do. Like just knowing and just actually caring about when to take care of your business. Like that's a big thing for me.
What do you think you're doing to make sure you go over and above the season from a personal standpoint to beat your personal records and to set new records for yourself and to achieve more this season?
I definitely say one, just putting in the work and believing in the work that I put in, just knowing that if you put that work in, it's gonna show one day, like it's gonna show. And secondly, just like putting faith in my teammates and my coaches, like knowing that they with me. Like I know if they with me, I got myself. Like I'm stronger when I got my boys with me. So like just having them behind me, having them with me, like that pushed me to be better for myself, and I want to be better for them and for the team.
Now let's talk about going to get away from the court for a little bit. So let's go back to kind of like your future plans. Like, so we know you want to hit somebody's league, but do you have any other aspirations in life that you want to achieve or things that you want to do once you finish school, like pretty much like a plan B or something to look forward to outside of basketball?
Me personally, I say after basketball, I want to stay in basketball. I want to be a coach. I want to be a trainer. I want to do something to help out the youth, to like help them better and be better than what I was when growing up. You know, like just want to reach out and help out and do as much as I can to help the generation behind me.
So do you have like kids from back home that reach out to you or from your community where you grew up that kind of like look up to you or maybe reach out and like, yo, you out here doing it, you're representing not only our community well, but you're showing us that we can do it too? Or have you had that feeling, from your people back home?
Most definitely, more so from my high school, the younger guys from my high school, because I always try to stay in touch with them and like just like tell them like, man, just put the work in, man. You put that work in, you can get anywhere you want to be at. Like just trying to motivate them daily, stay out of trouble, stay in your schoolwork, stay in the gym, and everything gonna work out in your favor.
So where are you now in terms of practicing and getting ready and gearing up for this season? Where y'all at in y'all season right now?
Um,
Preseason, rather.
we coming off a week where we just had practice and weights. Right now, I'm not really doing anything because I'm dealing with a knee injury and I'm kind of recovering from it. So I got about a month left of recovery time. But going into this week, we start our preseason conditioning. We start lifting 4 times a week, practicing 4 times a week. So we starting to get into it now this week.
Do you have so you said you had a knee injury. How how are you feeling coming in the season, just knowing, do you feel like, are you nervous about that at all? Do you feel like, it's gonna be a little setback, or you're gonna be able to get back in tune and just, pick up where you left off? Or
I feel like I'm gonna pick out where I left off at and be better than what I was when I went down from it. Because being out with this injury, it just showed me how much I really care for the game, how much I love the game, how much I miss the game. Like I've been itching to get back, and I'm almost back, so I can't wait. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be better than what I was before I got hurt.
now, how did you get hurt?
It was in summer practice, last day of practice. My teammate went up for a layup, and he did a reverse layup, and I was trying to go block it. And the way I landed on my knee, it kind of like hyperextended, and like two bones like caused a fracture. But it wasn't nothing serious, probably like just like a 6 to 8 week injury.
Okay. Okay. So no surgery, involved. Oh, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. So when you're ready to get in the zone, either you're on the bus, you in the locker room, getting your mind ready for a game, getting prepared for a game, getting ready to turn up and get yourself in that zone. What are you listening to? What's your artist, or if not artist, favorite songs on your playlist? Or I don't know. Some people have said they listen to podcasts. What are you getting ready for, or what are you listening to get ready for the game?
I don't have a particular song, but I always listen to Meek Mill before every time I go out. Like, that's my go-to.
Meek Mill.
I gotta listen to that Meek.
I've asked a couple of athletes this question, and a lot of them I had the same ones. I hear Meek Mill, Lil Baby,
Definitely
some
Mill.
Drake, and some of the same artists, but definitely Meek Mill. So let me find out. Meek Mill has the pregame playlist for people.
He most definitely do. He most definitely do.
I know you say it's hard to pick a favorite song, but if you had to just play one right now, what would that be?
Probably Intro by Meek Mill.
Intro. Okay, okay. I don't think I've heard now that one. I don't think I've heard. So you got me beat there, and I know quite a bit of songs. I was thinking, people go with the more popular ones like the Dreams and Nightmares and all the hype
Yeah,
songs.
it's in the playlist though. But most definitely in the playlist though.
Okay, it's on the playlist. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Before we go, tell people one what they can look forward to from you coming up in the future this season, where people can find you and get to know you and watch out for your work and how they can watch you.
If you're tuning in to Presbyterian basketball, you're gonna have a lot of smiles. You're gonna enjoy watching us play. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm definitely telling everybody that's watching us to tune in and watch us go up this season. And that's pretty much it. What was the other question you asked?
Oh no, I was just saying anything they can look forward to you from this year, and just any if you want to leave people with your social media or where they can find you or connect with you and things like that.
Oh yeah, they can find me on Instagram at KOfficial, but it's a 0 instead of a O. So if you can put that in the title for me, because some people might get it messed up a little bit. But other than that, if you want to reach out to me and got any questions or want to figure out anything about basketball at the college level, I'm always here to listen and give advice.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today on College Playground.
100%. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.